Hello and welcome students, welcome to the in-depth learning classes. I wish you a very happy Independence Day in advance. Students, in this class we will learn about rational numbers. What are rational numbers and why they are important in our day-to-day life? Why it is important for us to learn rational numbers? Before we come to rational numbers, we need to know that rational numbers are part of a number system. And what are number systems? Number systems are groups of numbers which are having similar properties or characteristics. Students, we have learned number systems in previous classes. For example, in class 7th we have learned natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and even rational numbers. Class 7th, yes, we have learned rational numbers. In higher classes, you will learn irrational numbers, real numbers, and imaginary numbers as well. They are all different types of number systems. This year, we will focus more on rational numbers. We will learn more in detail about rational numbers. To understand why number systems are important and why numbers are important in our day-to-day life, let us see where do we use numbers in our day-to-day life. Actually, we use numbers in almost all the sphere of our life, everywhere. For example, for students who are giving examinations, periodic test, monthly test, annual test, when they give examinations, they obtain marks. For example, for 5 marks questions, you may get full 5 marks, or you may get 4.5 marks, which is 4.5, or 3.5 marks, which is 3.5, and so on. When you go to the market to purchase some vegetables, you have to mention the quantity or the weight of the item you need to purchase. For example, 1 kilogram or 2 kilogram of onion, or 3.5 kilogram of potato, and so on. When you talk about height, individual height, a person heights, it may vary from 160 centimeter to 175 or sometimes 186 centimeter, which is very tall. When you talk about temperature, especially in hot season, when you talk about temperature in northern India, the temperature may go up to 40 degree or 45 degree to 50 degree in Rajasthan. When you go to the hilly areas such as Kashmir or Himachal Pradesh in winter season, the temperature dropped down up to -5 degree or -4 or 0 degree. So all these are the numbers which we use in our different field of our life. They are all different types of numbers. Now let us analyze what are the different types of numbers and how they are different from each other. The first number system which was developed is natural numbers. It was developed in ancient times. It starts from 1 and it goes up to infinite. So they start from 1, 2, 3, 4 and go and so on up to infinite, where infinite is a very large number which is not defined or undefinite. They are also called as counting numbers. So over a period of time, these numbers were used, and later on it was found out that they missed some important numbers. For example, 0. 0 is missing here in these numbers. So they updated these numbers and they got a new number system which is called as whole number system. So whole number system starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and then goes up to infinite, similar to natural number system. So if you analyze, they both are exactly same except 0. So there is a slight modification in natural numbers which is 0 and rest all is same. Similarly, this number system was used over a period of time and later on it was analyzed that there are some numbers which are missing. So there are some missing numbers which are negative numbers. So if you see, in whole numbers there are no negative numbers. So they updated whole numbers to a new number system called as integers. And the integers were defined as negative numbers from minus infinite to minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, and positive numbers 4, 5, and so on up to plus infinite. So integers will now include all the negative numbers. It includes 0 and it includes all positive numbers. Similarly, like previous number systems, these integers were used over a period of time, and later on it was analyzed that they are not sufficient. There are some numbers which are missing. Now can you guess what are the missing numbers? For example, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 or 4.6, minus 2.5, minus 1.5, minus 3.5, and so on. So students, if you carefully analyze these missing numbers, you will not find in the list of integers. For example, just look at 1.5. You have 1, you have 2, but there is no 1.5 which will be lying in between them. Similarly, if you see 3.5, you have 3, you have 4, but you don't have 3.5 which will be there in between them, and so on. So students, because we are missing these decimal numbers or fraction numbers, we have updated integers to a new number system called as rational numbers. Now students, do you see how we are updating over a period of time the number systems? And each new number systems is already having all the components of the previous number systems. There are various similar examples we see in our day-to-day life. Let us see some of them. Students, we all have mobile phones, and we know that every time some new mobile comes in the market. Like some of us might have Samsung mobile, some of us might have iPhone. And we have seen that every year, sometime 1 year, sometime 2 years, you see a new mobile in the market. So initially in Samsung Galaxy, there was S1 model, then it came S2, then S3, then S4, and then finally it was updated to S9 and S10. Similarly in iPhone, there were iPhone 4, then 5, then 6, then iPhone 7, and then finally it was updated to iPhone 10 and 11. They are not different from each other. Just the latest version has some additional features compared to the previous version. Similarly in Android system, the Android operating system which is there in our mobile, it was 4.4 KitKat initially, then Lollipop 5.0, then 6.0, then 7.0, 8.0, then 9, and now finally we have 10, version 10 of Android. The same thing happened with our number system. If you see, it was over a period of time updated from natural numbers to whole numbers to finally rational numbers and complex number. And it may go on. It will go on and on. It may not stop here. Students, now let us come back to the definition of rational numbers. Let us see in detail what is rational numbers. Rational numbers can be defined as any numbers which can be written in the form of P by Q. Very important. Any number which can be formed in the form of P by Q, where P is some numerator and Q is a denominator. The condition is the P and Q are integers. They have to be integers, and Q is not equal to 0. So students, it looks a little difficult, but it is not so. We can give many examples. For example, 1 by 2, 4 by 5, 7 by 3, in all of them, all of these numbers are written in the form of P by Q, where in this case P is 1 and Q is 2. They both are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Similarly, 4 by 5, where P is 4 and Q is 5 and Q is not equal to 0. Similarly here, P is 7 and Q is 3, and here also Q is not equal to 0. So they all satisfy these two conditions. P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0, so they are a rational number. Let us take some more examples. For example, minus 3 by 5, minus 5 by 7, 7 by minus 8. Here P is minus 3 and Q is 5. P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Here P is minus 5 and Q is 7. Same, P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Similarly here P is 7 and Q is minus 8. Here P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Hence all these three numbers are also rational numbers and they satisfy these two conditions. The difference between them is these three numbers are positive rational numbers, while these three numbers are negative rational numbers. In positive rational numbers, both P and Q are positive, and in negative rational numbers, either of P or Q are negative. So students, I hope you understood the basics of the rational number well. In the next part, we will see the properties of the rational numbers, which are discussed in your textbook in detail. So we will see different properties such as closure property, commutative property, and associative properties. Apart from these properties, we will see some new important terms which you have, like additive identity, additive inverse, multiplicative identity, and multiplicative inverse. And we will see the number lines. What are number lines and how to plot rational numbers on number lines. That's it for today. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and share this video among your friends. If you wish to see the similar videos in future, please don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.